Be part of a record-breaking night. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but you're gonna have a final game. This is one you're never gonna forget for your entire life.
Yeah, it's definitely a way you'd like to go out. You know, putting it all out there. We battled hard for I don't even know how many periods we lose track, but yeah, it was a hard-fought game.
What was your guys' fitness level at the end? There seemed to be it seemed like the first period, you guys were just attacking and getting back on defense. It didn't seem like anybody was tired.
Yeah, that's something we try to pride ourselves on coming into playoffs and just throughout the regular season. Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. So
obviously uncharted territory for every player on the ice there. Record-breaking games. How do you describe even playing for that long?
I think you just go out there and play. When you're out there for so long, you're not really thinking too much. You're just out there playing and just soaking it up.
Ryan, what was going through your mind when the final buzzer sounded, and the end of your career for you? But just talk about embracing your teammates and what was going through your mind.
It's definitely pretty upset, as you can tell. But I think you just really reflect on your career and your team. And
But if you got to go out, it went out at a game that record-breaking game everybody's going to remember a lifetime.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a hard-fought battle on both sides, and it was a lot of hockey, and we battled hard right to the end. So I can't. Nobody can fault the effort on either side. So.
You guys just running on fumes at the end. Like, how do you guys have any energy?
We got food in between, so food and Gatorade, and give us some salt to put in our body. But I mean, running on emotion, running on the will to win and the will to force a game 7. So.
At the beginning of the series, a lot of people in the WHL community didn't give you guys much of a chance, being an 8 seed against the number 1 seed. Is there any silver lining knowing that a bounce here and a bounce there, and you're right in the series?
I mean, there's never really a silver lining in losing the playoffs. I'm not disappointed in our effort. I think there's no question that we gave 100% effort throughout the series, but regardless of seed, we didn't come in thinking we were going to lose. We came in thinking we had a good shot of winning, and we worked our hardest and didn't get some bounces, and that's the way hockey is. So.
Coach said he hoped the young guys are watching you tonight. Pretty good compliment.
Yeah, I would take so. I mean, that's kind of the stuff I would hope to bring, and in playoffs it's a different animal, and guys got to realize that bumps and bruises and taking a shot in the shin pads, it's all for the eventual goal at winning playoff series. And I mean, it didn't pay off, but it's a good model to keep guys motivated and know how playoffs are going to be in the future. So.
Talk about Ryan Gagnon's leadership all this season and today this game here.
I mean, yeah, it's unparalleled. I haven't played with a character such as Ryan, and I mean, and being here for 5 years, everyone realizes what he brings on a night-to-night basis, and I think he's going to be hopefully a staple in this community for a long time after the service that he's put in for these 5 years, and I hope people kind of realize the unsung hero that he is. I mean, the team doesn't function without guys like that, and it takes the teammates to realize that, but sometimes it goes overlooked on the outside.
What do you tell to a 16-year-old coming into the league if you had to give him some advice tonight?
Get in the gym and get going for next year. I mean, there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. I mean, that's we kind of used it in my first couple of years in Lethbridge. We were brutal, and we'd be out by whenever the last day, March 25th, and our kind of message was from coaches, well, you got extra time to be in the gym. So, I mean, that's you want guys being motivated for next year, and you guys kind of want having a chip on their shoulder coming into the next season with some added energy, motivation, to do better in the playoffs.
Have you decided what you want to do, minor pros or youth sports?
I'll be going to school next year.
You go, okay. Have you decided on the school?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just want to ask about the performance from Griffen Outhouse tonight.
I mean, he's been our backbone all season, so there's no real surprise with his performance. I mean, we played away all season that demanded him to be good, and when it wasn't, it showed, and we didn't have success. But when we play away that is playing fast and also getting the goaltending that Griffen has got for almost all the season, it's pretty good success. I mean, he's got a bright future ahead of him for sure, and sometimes don't realize the fact that he's only 18. So.
I was fortunate enough to spend my time here in Victoria all 5 years, and the amount of guys that have came through this organization, and just each of them that left a mark on me and really helped me grow as a person, and I can't thank this organization enough.
Tell me about skating in the warm-up today. Were you ready to go, or was it just not ready?
Obviously I wanted to be out there, and it's such a hard decision to make when it's playoffs and it's an elimination game. And after warm-ups, just as a group, we didn't feel that I was ready to be out there and able to compete. And so I think the best decision was to keep me off the ice. And unfortunately, that's the way it had to go, and it's a tough way to go out. But the guys battled really hard tonight, and it was great seeing how hard they worked.
Was that the toughest game you've ever had to watch in your life?
Yeah, I mean, probably the toughest game I had to sit through, and just knowing that maybe I could, contribute in some sort of way. But I know the guys that were up there with me tonight too felt the same way, and it is tough watching a team play when you can't be out there. But it's hockey and kind of out of my control. But I guess right now it's just healing up now and just rehabbing it.
What can you say just about your team's effort? It seemed like everyone stepped to the next gear, even in the fifth overtime.
Yeah, I mean, we played such a hard game tonight, and guys were still finishing their checks and getting in on the forecheck in the last overtime there. So, I thought the guys that came into the lineup, some of the young guys that usually don't play as much as they did tonight, did a really good job of coming in and making sure we don't miss a beat. It's just the character and the dressing room really showed tonight, and how hard we worked until the very end there.
Jeff, you explained the season. You had the nucleus of last year's team, but you went from 1 to 8. It just didn't ignite this year for you guys. Was there a reason for that? Was it the injuries late in the season, or was it just something missing this year that was there last year?
Yeah, I don't know. I think obviously last year we didn't really have any injuries. I mean, the injuries that we did have weren't really severe, but this year I felt like we kind of fought that a little bit and we got the bug. But I thought we were a pretty good team for being a team that finished in that last wild card spot, and for us to give Everett a run for their money here in the playoffs, and those guys finished first, so it's we fought with them till the end, and I'm really proud of the guys in that dressing room.
Just unbelievable performance for you today. Unfortunately, the last one went in, but it's just unbelievable what you did out there today. Just your thoughts.
No, definitely. I don't know if I've ever been more proud of a team and battled. I'm happy about the way that the guys battled in front of me, and I mean, they're the ones not wearing a ton of gear. They're the ones paying the price. They're the ones with ice on them after the game. And I got all the gear on, so I just couldn't be more proud of the guys in front of me.
Can I just ask about longest game in CHL history? Just how do you continue to just even stay upright, let alone go by the fifth OT.
Yeah, it's definitely tiring by the end. Take a look at the guy beside you, and if you can't do it for yourself, you got to do it for them. And take a look at the 20s around the room, and they're holding on. I mean, they got an extra game out of this game, but it wasn't exactly what we wanted. But I mean, again, just really happy how everyone battled for each other, and we were there for each other.
You seem to be, even in the OTs, you seem to be relatively calm. Just what was going through your head in this deciding game 6?
I got to the point, I think I used a lot of energy in the first OT, and it's got the first one over. There's going to be a goal the next period, so you just got to stay calm, and I just felt more calm as the game went on, and I was trying to reserve energy as well. So.
Griffen, you took the best goalie in junior hockey every step of the way. Do you think this is going to be your league over the next 2 years, or next year for sure? You're going to be the premier guy?
I'm just trying to be the best I can, Cleve. It's the guys who are doing the hard work in front of me. I'm just there for when it gets by them. So obviously I want to be the best. Who doesn't want to be the best? I'm going to keep working to try to be the best.
Did you reveal anything about yourself in this series? We talked about the game within the game matchup. Did you reveal anything about yourself?
I just tried to play my game. It wasn't anything different. Wasn't anything different from the regular season. It's just look at the guys beside you. It could be their last game, so you just got to work for that.
What did you and Carter Hart say to each other at the handshake? Did you guys say anything?
I said, "Good job."
Nothing else?
No, I don't think so.
Talk about Ryan's leadership during the season this year.
Say that again?
Ryan Gagnon.
Yeah.
Leadership this season.
Yeah, definitely. Good old Caribou boy, just an hour outside of my hometown. He's got a little bit of grit, and I think he did a great job taking this team and making sure everyone was ready to go every night. So he's a great leader.
The overtime winner, obviously, shot right to the top corner. Guy who doesn't score a lot. It's one of those things, I guess. A cough up when you least expect it. But just your thoughts on the overtime goal.
Overtime goal. Yeah, he's not a huge scorer. He got a good shot off there, and we knew it was going to come down to something funny. It wasn't going to be a Phillips breakaway. It's going to be a shot from the outside, or someone who's not a big scorer getting it, or through a screen or something. It's always greasy when it comes down to these games. So.
You guys finally started to get somewhat healthy in the playoffs, and you pushed the number 1 seed in the Western Conference to 6 games, pretty much 7 games. Is it hard not to think of this season in general as kind of a what if? What if we were healthy?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have guys like Walker in the lineup, and it gives other guys opportunity. This league's about, obviously winning, developing, and I think those guys who stepped in did a great job. And obviously we want those guys in our lineup, but I'm happy with what the other guys came in and did. So.
It is all about development, and a major takeaway. This game a major takeaway for you personally?
Say that again.
Is this game a major takeaway in terms of development, in terms of learning and getting better, personally for you?
Maybe just mentally, just pushing through and just believing with your team. That's the one thing I'd say take out of that one. So.